So clearly what is happening is that the Okudzeto Ablakwah is filling a gap. There's a gap in coordination. And so in that gap, he seems to be filling it, which is credit to him.
Or maybe they came to the game a bit late.
And you see, there are about 3 or 4 constituencies. I'm sure if I ask you who the other members of parliament are in those
we have spoken to Spillage, Gomashi, and then the 2 others, I haven't heard from them, but I've seen our correspondent go to the various places.
So that is my point, that you can't even remember.
That's true.
So it shows you that the activism of Samuel Okudzeto has overshadowed all the other personalities, and also attracting a lot of attention to his constituency. And it's also filling a gap because there doesn't seem to be any coordination. And instructively, even the NADMO bosses are also lamenting about coordination. And coordination is important. No matter the activism of Samuel Okudzeto and some of the other people, they cannot serve as central coordinating points.
Right.
There has to be a central coordinating point that will bring everything together. I mean, we talked about even the distribution of the relief items. There has to be some equity.
That's right.
And if there's no central coordination, equity is going to be lost. People would get 4 or 5 times than other people. Other people may not get anything at all, depending on the activism or the preference of whichever the donor is, or the activism of Samuel Okudzeto and so on. So there has to be coordination.
Right.
And when there's coordination, it helps the plight of the people. For example, we understand that some housing, some shelters are being constructed.
Yes, the Sky Group, and then we hear that this prophet Amwatin is also promising, as well as engineers and planners Ibrahim Mahama, and all of them went to the Mepe area.
So there has to be coordination in even the provision of shelters, that they satisfy the planning regulation of the area and so on. Land use of the area, the chiefs may donate the land, but you need a central coordination. And there has to be relocation, I'm sure, at some point, the severely affected people. So there has to be coordination. And that, so far, has been missing. So there seems to be no medium-term plan that this is what is going to happen with the relief items, this is what is going to happen with provision of health, sanitation, education, many children.
There's a ministerial team, about 12 or so or more. It should be easy for them to bring everybody to the one place.
We hope that they are getting their act together. But as we speak now, every major actor in the place is complaining about coordination, including even NADMO. So I hope that the ministerial team will get its act together.
All right.
And the communication, you remember the COVID-style communication of
That's
the
right.
government, which was led by the president.
Yeah.
And I think there were monthly updates. It has to be duplicated.
The Information Ministry has started something. They say they will do maybe twice a week. So they are giving updates.
Fantastic. So that the rest of the country would
And I see the Information Ministry has also generated an emergency, contact line. To be frank with you, and let me come to Eduji, I was expecting that at the very start, we'll see NADMO, giving us short codes to reach to and all of those things, rather than have the Ministry of Information come in later and do all of this.
I have actually, I have actually seen a NADMO short code, but it all comes to the communication. Even you don't.
The projection.
But there's a NADMO short code. So even what is being done is not being communicated in a way that will carry all of us along.
Right.
So it's crucial that as we go forward, NADMO, the interministerial committee, the various members of parliament. Remember the misunderstanding over the withdrawal of some
military.
There was total misunderstanding. you know, and so before we realized,
They said they were taking them elsewhere because they felt that Okudzeto's constituency things were improving, so they were going
but
elsewhere.
if there's coordination,
But he disagreed, and I think they changed revised the plan.
well, but the initial information was that they were being withdrawn. But apparently they were being reassigned, you know. But the initial communication was that they were being withdrawn,
Right.
You know, so
So the NADMO contacts, if you
coordination is
still
very
want to
important.
get to them, and you should be interested in getting to them. Remember last